On the schedule, it says Backbends and Splits, and that is our goal tonight. We're going to work on backbends and splits. If you've never done these things, this is how we'll learn. If you've done some of the classes before and you know where we're going with things, you're welcome to go ahead and go to your level at any time. Go ahead and find your comfort within it. But if you need modifications, that's where I'm going to help everybody out. All right? So we're going to start from that seated position that you're in. And we're just going to focus on our breath first. So what can we do to focus on our breathing? So settle in, go nice and tall. Let your shoulders drop down, start finding that connection to the floor. How does it feel? Do you feel balanced? Do you feel steady? Do you feel present in your breath? I feel myself leaning, so I'm going to sit back into my spine a little bit, bring my head up, and kind of bring myself away from my legs. So focus. What do you need? What will help you to get a bit more settled in this moment? Now start focusing on the breathing for a moment. So we're physically here, we're breathing. We're taking our thoughts to the cycle of breath. In nice and full. Out completely. Think about softening your jaw. So there's no tension here. You're not holding tight. Softening down. Becoming more present. Thinking about what the word grace means to you. Think of the word dignity, compassion, and now just simply think of the word namaste. To be present with another being, not just to see them, but to acknowledge them, to honor their gifts, to honor their presence. Turning that inward for a moment, honoring yourself, your presence, your skills, what you know, what you can share with others. Just taking time to be present with it. Now, when you're ready, bringing the hands to the heart. Opening the eyes and namaste light. And let's go up nice and easy. Thank you guys. Going up and diving over. Roll over your legs. Arms are back and the head's falling forward, but it's not straining to get to the ground. It's just where it is. As we inhale, we'll roll up and lengthen, rolling, lifting, extending. Shoulders are down, but the arms are long. Bringing the hands to the heart. And just getting centered again. That'll look awesome. All right. Let's switch the feet up. It's not much, but bringing that other foot to the front or the top feels a little different. It does reset our hips and our seat. Right? And you gotta kind of like, oh, gotta move that cheek over there now and get that there. So just kind of wiggle into what you need. Now we'll stay tall and we'll sit nice and long. Now look over to your side. Draw your shoulders down. You're looking to the right. Now let your right hand fall to the ground. Look at it. Now lift up your left arm. Fall over with that left arm, but push your left elbow up to the sky. Push it up as you go over. Feel that deeper length, that more lift through your rib and your side. Inhale, look forward, don't strain, just look out in front of you and then look up toward the sky. Pull your elbow back, pull your arm back. Look out towards your hand and then fall. Walk it forward, and we're only going to the front. And release. Inhale, roll, tuck, round, slide, lifting those arms to the sky. Shoulders are down. And hands come to the heart. Finding that center again. Looking over to the left. Let the left hand fall. As that hand drops, look to it, lift up and over. Right arm lifts, lift that right elbow. Feel that length through your side and waist. If you can, look forward and then look up. Look out towards your hand and follow that hand around. Down and then forward, then forward and release. Now if you're low to the ground and you can get your elbows down, bring them back. So you're just going to slide your elbows back, bring one hand over the other and put your head on. And some people are like, nope, ain't happening, not even going to get there. And if you can, you're going to be a little bit lower if you need to. Hands can be on knees or legs. And then you can also just be lifting where you are. Heart still lifting up and extending out. You're not rounding as hard as you can. You're extending as far as you can. Pushing up, rolling back when you're ready. Let's roll to the top, all the way. Inhale up. Draw the shoulders down, find the length in your neck. And let it go. Now let's begin with our first of our back bends. We're going to bring our hands back. So we're sitting on this bolster, or you might be on the floor without it. Either way, you're going to bring your hand back, around, and you're going to lift your heart up. Feel that lift. Feel how you can bring your heart and ribs up toward the sky. You can draw your shoulder blades back and together, and you can push up and back with your head. So you're not slamming your head back onto your shoulders. You want to keep it lifted and pressing up and back. Feel that arc. Push your ribs forward. Feel it. Oh, and then let go. Soften. Kind of sit there a moment and then fold. All the way over again. Let's take a moment and push to our hands and knees. So from here, I just lift my butt, sliding through, going on to all fours. If you need to, wiggle your legs around to the side. You can do a swing if you need. So now we're going to go into our basic cat-cow kind of position. Go ahead and really working on that rounding and arching of your back. First things first, lifting of the tailbone, lifting of the chin, lifting of the heart. Good. Exhale, round. Inhale, arching. Looking up as high as you can. Exhale, round. Push through your feet, round through your back, tuck, roll. Inhale. Looking up. You got it. Exhale, round. Moving it. Just a couple more there. Keep moving with your body. Feel the lift through the ribs. Feel the lift through the hip. Good. Nice rounding on your exhale. Push the floor with your hands and your shins. Very good. Both are very active. Inhale, soft. Exhale, stronger. You're pushing a little bit more intensity. And then just soften. And we're there. All right, so back bending kind of a movement. We're going to take a moment. We're going to balance, taking our right leg back, our left arm out. And we're going to try and level out that hip. Your toes pointing down right now. You're just level. Now if you can, you're going to take your arm to the side and you're going to bend your knee. Lift that thigh. Try and reach back for it if you need to. Don't look at it. But bend that knee down if you need to. If you can, roll it back, roll that shoulder back, lift your heart up, balance, and let go. Release, reset. All right, wiggle out your hips. So we're doing the tricky cat balance, which takes us into a back bend. We're warming it up slow. We're taking the left leg back and lifting, pushing the heel back, lifting of the right arm. You got it? Balance. Feel it in your belly. Feel your weight shift as you take the arm to the side and you bend the knee. Notice how your weight shifts in the hips. Now reaching back for the foot. So again, I bring mine down and then I pull up. Roll back, lift up. Push that foot into that hand, resist, and then release. And down. Take a moment and let it go. Widen out the knees. Shift back, drop down, child's pose. So nice and easy. We're gonna walk the knees in. We're gonna look between our hands. And we're gonna do what's called the slithering cobra. So from here, you'll slide your hands back. Oh, no, you won't. You're gonna leave your arms out. You're gonna slide to your hands, rather. So looking at those big wide hands, pressing them down. Shift forward, elbows go up. You go nose, chin, chest, then bring your elbows back. Lift, you got it. And shift. Now that one's a hard one for many, so take your time with it. It's low. Go back easy. So we're warming up that spine. We're a slithering cobra. So we're lifting. So if you need to, watch again. Elbows are really big. You go nose, then chin, then right here, the elbows slide back and help you lift up. That's good. Draw those shoulders down. Lift that heart up. Feel the stretch in your belly. And let's take it down. All right, so I'm gonna walk myself back. If you need to, do the same. Wiggle, wiggle, back on your mat. You're good, as long as you got room. All right, so now, let's take the arms out in front of us and work on those back bends once again. Arms are out long. We're gonna inhale and lift the head. Press the hands down, and then lift your legs. Lift your heels. Slide the hands back and let yourself keep getting higher. Use those heels lifting up, squeezing through your glutes. Feel it. 4, 3, 2, and down real slow. Whew. Walk it out. Wiggle out your hips. Now this time, head up first, looking out between your hands. Make any adjustments if you need. Then when you're ready, legs lift. And then arms lift. Soften those shoulders. Bring the hands back a little bit if you need. Now inhale, pull in. Pull your heels together. Flare your feet. That's it. Now exhale, push. Inhale, pull. Exhale, push. Pull. Push. Pull. Push. Pull. And push it out. Hold. Hover. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it down slow. We got your body. Now, hands are going to come back and they're beside the face. You're going to leave the elbows and the hands down. You're going to bring the heels together. Feet flat. And now just those legs are going to lift and lower. Here we go. Lift the legs. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. It's not a big move, but getting them thighs up off the ground if you can. Here's 8, keep going, 9, 2 more, number 11,
and 12. Let it go. Woo! Bring the legs into the center. Reset. Now upper body's gonna lift. Hands are there, but we're not resting on them. We're gonna lift those hands. The legs are down on this one, so rest your toes down. Rest your lower half and lift as high as you can. Look forward. Drop your feet. And lift that upper body again. Hands by your waist. Awesome. Lift up tall. Wiggle out your hips a little bit. So up dog, knees are down on this one. Enjoy that sunshine on your face there. Coming down nice and easy. Let me know if you want me to close that. Let that drop down. Take a moment, hands by the face again. Knees widen out a little bit as you bend those knees and bring the heels together one more time. This time we're gonna lift up, all flying through. We're in that skydiver's pose, heels together. Body lifting as high as we can make it. Breathing. Flying out. Wide-legged, wide-limbed, we're there, holding, breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're changing it, hands come back. We're not letting go yet. The legs just lift as high as they'll go. Breathing. 4, lifting those heels. 3, 2, reach back, grab a leg. Look to the other side, grab a leg. Woo! Press them heels up. Breathe. Don't strain. Let go if you need to, but hang out if you can. 2 more. And down. Oh. Let it go. Yeah, go. Lock them legs in. Check out them hips. Oh. Legs into a nice straight line if you can take them. Hands by the waist now. So, I'll turn to the side for visual on this one. For our classic up dog, hands by the waist. First position is just to lift, look forward. Now notice, I could have my hands here, I could have them right beside my breast, but I want them as far back by my waist as I can take them. Push them all the way back by your waist. That's it. So, toes are flat right now. I'm gonna lift up and push into that. Oh, you feel it? Yeah. Try not to squeeze your butt. Now turn one toe under and then the other and push back into those legs. Lift a little higher. Shoulders down. Knees drop. Flatten out. Roll down. Now, as soon as you can, lift your hands. Arms out. Lift your legs. Airplane. Airplane tips. You take the left arm down, you bring the right hand in by your waist, you kick the right leg over and behind you. Sorry, Miss Tracy, I flipped your face there. There we go. And we turn. Now what I want you to notice, you got your left hand down. Or did I say your right? Y'all are great. Sorry, it was supposed to be your left and I think I called right. But if you can, you're bringing the right hand behind you. You look into that side, that right foot's coming behind you. Keeping that balance, come around easy. We're opening up the chest. We're coming around, flying. And then we tip to the other side. We drop that right arm, we roll back. So I bring my foot up and back as I roll. You're laying on that extended arm. There's no pain there. That hand palm is down to the floor. The other leg is rolling up and back. You got it? Now nice and easy. Oh, roll out. Whoo, back into our airplane. Coming to up dog. Hands by the waist. Turning the toes under. Go ahead and lift full up dog. Go up onto the toes and then push back to the ball. Go up on your toes, push back to the ball, one more. Go up on your toes and push back to the ball. Drop those knees. Drop your body. Let it go. Rest. So we have already got into our back bends for sure. So just notice, how's your back feeling in this? Are you getting some openness already through that spine? You feeling a little stretch in your belly? Notice what you notice and where it is. Now, shifting from a down dog to an up dog. Let's get ready. Slide those hands back. Inhale, lift your upper body. We're gonna turn those toes under. You're gonna shift to the ball of your foot and then up through your tailbone. Walk one foot in and then the other. But you're not going far. You're just resetting to hip distance, letting your heels press back, lifting your tailbone. There is a slight amount of a back bend happening in a down dog once you get your positioning. So you're pressing back into those heels, you're lifting through your ribs, you're pushing into your palms, you're lifting your tailbone, you're letting your head dangle. Now we look forward and we step up. And just take a moment, walk your hands up to your feet, however you need to get there, and then you're gonna reverse dive. You're gonna lift up, and you're gonna let it go. Awesome, wherever you are. Shake it out, get a drink of water if you need. Very nice. Now, standing back bends. So I want everybody to take a moment with these. The first thing that we want to remember with a standing back bend is we don't want to clench. And that's our tendency, is to clench up. If you will take a half step back just that way, when we go into this, everybody will have room. Awesome. So I'll turn this way. You're going to go up to the sky. You're going to lift your arms up and your shoulders are going to come down. You're going to lift your heart up. And you're going to notice that just that already back bended you, right? Like that in itself, there's already an arch happening in the back. You got it. Shoulders are down away from the ears, but you still got that lift. Heart lifting even more. Now, without pushing your hips forward, can you bring your arms back a little bit? Feel the connection through the front of your thighs, the front of your body, not letting your weight all fall back, but stay rooted through your toes. Stay rooted through the front side of the body. Leaning back as far as you can. Lifting up, and then coming out. That way you don't smack your neighbor. Awesome, y'all look good. All right, you feel that difference in your heart and the way we lift. So now, same. I want you to put your hands on your back. And try and turn your hands up your back if you can. So we've turned the hands up the back, and we're just standing there nice and tall. And then you're gonna lift up through your chest and lift up through your heart. But what you're not gonna do is push your hips forward. Push your hips back into those hands. Keep your hands against those hips. Draw the shoulders down. Draw the heart up. Now, out of it nice and easy. Let the hands drop. Now, everybody feeling that pretty good? We got one more we're gonna try and take our hand down toward the back of our leg. So on this one, we're gonna widen our stance a little bit. So if we've been here in these, we might go to about here. So just about the width of our hips, the inside of our feet are about the width of our standing hip. All right, good. So now, as you're doing this, same but different, we're gonna be doing that lifting up and back. So we're gonna go up with the lift. Don't squeeze your butt yet. Just make sure you're relaxing those glutes. Don't be clenching. Now lift up with your right and take your left back and touch the back of your left leg, hip, or thigh. If you can, walk it down a little bit. So again, you're lifting up, we're turning a little bit on this one. Looking to that left side. Don't pinch your side. Don't clench, but look to that side. And then lift up. So again, we're not shoving the hips forward. We're trying to keep them centered. And we're doing that same thing. Back with the right now, toward the back hip. Lifting up to the top. And you can look anywhere in between. Feeling that lift. Good. Inhale up. Awesome. Now, same. What I want you to do is try and take your arms up, and then you're going to come back as far as you can, and then sweep your arms around, back, butt, legs. Walk down your legs as far as you can. You're not trying to shift your belly forward, that's it. But you're finding that where you can push against your legs and your legs push back against your hands. And you can lean back a little bit, coming up slow. Does that make sense? Do you feel that counter pressure when you do that? So when I put my hand against my leg and I push my legs back, instead of letting everything thrust forward there, lifting up and arching. Whew, let that go. Feel a little achy through here? We'll let that out. So wiggle out the hips, hands to your knees. And we're not rounding the back, we're lengthening. We're pushing one knee forward and the other one goes back a little bit. But what we're not doing is side to side. So that's forward and back. There's a little side to side motion, but the movement is really staying in that center forward and back. You feel it in your hips. I can tell she's like constant. She's getting it, right? It's nice. It feels good. It loosens all those lower hip and sacral issues. So we're going to let that go. Looking forward, reverse dive up. Hands to our heart. Now, let's take a moment. Come to the front of your mat. Make sure we got plenty of room. You're good, and you can come forward if you want to. There you go. There you go. All right, so we're gonna go up, and we're gonna dive forward, chest out, looking out, diving beyond, fingertips down to the ground. Now, if you can't quite touch the floor, that's okay. Just take a minute here. Hands to either shins or knees. Let your head fall. Reverse dive. Inhale, big lift. And hands go to the heart. Now just stand there for a moment. Be tall and strong, eyes are closed. Throw me your hands up like this if you could not touch the floor. Hands up above your head if you could not touch the floor. I'm going to bring around props for some of us. Some of us are going to use some bricks. All right, awesome. Awesome. Give you these, and you hold them. I'm going to give you these, hold them, and I'm going to be with you guys. So we're going to do what we're doing over here. If you guys need bricks at home, you can use them as well. Otherwise, if you don't need the bricks, you don't need them, but we all reach for the sky. We'll touch our bricks together or our palms, and then we'll dive. Fingertips to the ground or our bricks to the ground. With our bricks down, we're going to lengthen our body a little bit. If you can get a little bit lower, get a little bit lower. Oh. Step back with your right leg and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Right there. Walk your bricks back if you need them. So if you're using them, use the level that you need. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Drop that knee down. Inhale up, up dog. Not up dog. Low lunge, but thanks. Y'all know it. Here we go. We're going to press back. 1, 2, 3, and lift. We're going to do it again, this time with a grunt. 4 grunts. Here we go. If you can, slap your hands together behind you. Up. Walk it back real slow. We're gonna straighten out the front leg. We're gonna walk our bricks back. We're gonna try and sit on our heel. Try and find that place where your right heel is right in the center of the cheeks, and the right arch is kind of cupping your left sit bone. Do you feel that? Everybody find that spot? So our length usually goes right into that right spot for us. So just find it, and you've got your bricks close to you if you need them. Hanging out if you don't. Feeling them? Good. Go forward a little bit. Now, what I don't want you to do is round and drop your head. I want you to lengthen. Think about pushing your butt back and your head out. You'll almost lift your butt off your foot as you're extending forward. That's going to deepen this stretch on the leg. You feel it? Yeah, there we go. Y'all look gorgeous. Stay with it as low as you can be for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sliding up slow. Now we're going to go up into a standing split, so get ready. If you need your bricks, you're going to use them. You're going to thrust yourself up. Even without, you'll just do that thrust. Back onto your knee. You turn the back toe under and feel that length. Woo! Feel that stretch in your calf. Right? Now, with bricks or without, walk out and kick that right leg up. Get it as high toward the sky as you can. If you can do it without your bricks, go ahead and drop your hands down as close to the foot as they'll go. Go ahead and bring your left hand in and touch your left leg. Right leg up as high as it'll go. Press that heel to the sky for 4, 3, 2. Drop it down slow. Soften both knees and then step forward. Hands to bricks if you need them. Take your bricks all the way up with you if you got them. Inhale up. You got it. Shoulders down. Standing back bend. Drop your tailbone. Lift your ribs. Draw your shoulders back. No clenching of the glutes. Exhale, dive. All the way down. Find the bricks where you need them to be. Get as low as you can go. Let your head fall. Now, with or without your bricks, decide. You're going to step back with your left leg. Left leg back. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Drop it to the lowest, deepest point you can take it. Already feel that stretch on that hip. Come on up if you can. Inhale up. First one, just getting a feel for it. Next one, a little bit deeper. Slap hands. Chimp's breath. Up and let it go. Down. Forward. Press into that front hip a little bit. Feel it. That left hip flexor getting a big stretch. Psoas, iliopsoas group. Pushing back slow. As you do, your left foot just slightly turns in. Your knee spins out just a little bit so that your left foot can cup that right cheek. If that just doesn't work for you, you can bring the knee forward a little bit and bring the foot inside of the leg. But everybody's got it in class, so we're going to work with who's here today. Sitting nice and tall. Lifting up and then walking forward. Push your butt back as you go. Don't round. Push your butt back. Think of a duck pushing chest forward and butt back at the same time. Look to the end of your mat or look at your ankle. Anywhere from ankle to end of mat. Whatever feels most natural for your eyes. Make sure you're not jutting that chin forward if you can. Y'all look good. Bringing the chin in a little bit, pushing out to the top of the head. If you got 3, keep pushing. Feel that lift through your tailbone. And nice and easy coming up. Bring your with you if you need them. If you're not using them, no worries. We're gonna go forward, thrusting out and forward again, just a little deep bend. Turn that back toe under and push into your calf. Oh yeah. Feel it. And again, we're gonna walk it up, kick that leg up, get as low as you can go. If you can get that head down, let it start to fall. Bring hands in close to the leg. If you're able, hold the leg with the right hand. Lift that leg as high as you can on the left. Keep lifting that heel higher and higher for 4. Let the head drop 3. Balancing 2. And 1. Nice and easy. Let the leg down and then walk it up. Reverse dive. Take your bricks if you need them. And let it go. All right. We're going to do that all one more time. Take a drink if you need. Era. Yes, era is possible. Please. And then there we go. There we go. Fancy finds. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going to oscillate it. It's sitting on anybody. All right, so now, let's do that again. You feel everything working pretty good? All right, so next time when we do that standing split, I want you to try and do a big challenge. So when we kick up the leg, I'll have you bring one hand in, and then we're going to try and hold both hands in and keep taking that leg higher. All right? It won't look exactly the way I did it, and that's okay. You're going to do what you can do today. All right? Remember, 25 years of practice, and if you're just starting, be there. Be there. All right, here we are. Front of the mat. Bricks if we need them. Shoulders down, chest really tall. Give me that standing back bend. Lift. Drop your tailbone. Lift your heart. Exhale, dive. Chest forward, butt up and back, long legs. Soften if you need to, but don't overextend. Drop as low as you can go. Let the head dangle. Nice and easy. We're going to look forward, stepping back right. Big, big, big lunge. Get long and low. Right leg back, drop it down. All right, on this one, just feel it. Hip flexor, deep stretch. Looking up. Now, some of you are like, this is not going to happen, and then some of you are going to go, oh, I can go there. So make sure you got some padding under your knee. This is where it can be a little intense on the knee. I don't recommend it for you, Miss Sharon, just because we know your patellas don't need this, so be nice. If you've cracked your patella, don't do this one. Sit nice and tall. All right, so we're dropping low. You're going to turn your back toe under. That's your right toe. You're going to keep looking forward, reach that arm back, and catch it. Oh, feel that. Yeah. Look forward and lift up. Let go, rock it back. All right, I'm going to turn to face you guys. That was awesome. So you felt that deep stretch, right? That one's deep on that front thigh that we just got, yeah? All right. So now we're going to work on that standing split in just a moment, but first, let's straighten this leg a little bit deeper. Extend up, lifting through your chest, pushing your butt back, looking out to your big toe. And every once in a while I can reset, lift my butt even off of the leg and go down a little deeper. Get as low as you can without over rounding. And of course there's some rounding going on. You're pushing those hands down, you're lifting that chest up, you're stretching that leg. So the leg is getting a deeper stretch than worrying about where the head is. Okay? We're there. Now coming up out of it, your level, your choice. You're going to start to push forward into that left foot. You're going to turn that right toe under, lengthen, and then kick it up. As you get your balance, you're going to bring the right hand in to touch the left leg. And then you're going to try and find that place. How close can you bring the left hand to that leg? Y'all are awesome. 4, 3, 2, let it down. Bending both knees. Just wiggle a second. Coming up slow. Reverse dive. And let go. All right, shake it out. Let's do that last side. Ooh, do you feel that on those legs? It's like, oh, that's really open and this side feels kind of closed. So just notice where it is for you. Let's go again. Up. Exhale, forward. Bricks if you need. Touch the floor. Step back left. Wiggle, wiggle. Get low. Drop into that knee. Take a moment. Reset. Now, nice and tall here. All right, shift. Turn that back toe under, see if you can grab that back leg. Look up and extend. Release. Whoo, let it go. Wiggle back and all the way down. Have a seat on that, and you're extending yourself out toward that leg. Bring that foot under the other. Oh, I see. You got your bolster. All right, work with your bolsters. All right, so if you can, continuing to dive forward, lengthening up and back. Lengthening, lifting up, pushing back. So yeah, some people are able to get low, some people could touch their head to their leg, but they lose the stretch in it often. So be aware, I can get down there, but it's not as deep of a stretch as if I push my chest forward and out. You feel the difference, right? So what's happening in your ribs, what's happening in the waist affects the stretch through the hips. All right, coming out big. Woo! Turn that back toe under. Kick it on up. Find that balance. Walking those hands in as close as you can. Can you hold the leg and lift the other? Getting that standing split going. Looking good. Go as high as you can. Balance. Oh, pretty. Everybody's got something a little different. I love it too. 1, letting it down. Feet go side by side. Hands to the knees. Reverse and lift out. Hands to your heart. Awesome. Let's take a moment. From where you are near the front of your mat, you're just going to bring yourself down nice and easy and come to have a seat in between if you can. Now this is where bolster is going to come in for some people. If you know there is no way I can get my butt between my heels, then put that bolster in there. If you can, run the bolster behind you so that you got a little tail sticking out. All right? So everybody find that. Now if you're like, well, I can sit on the floor and I don't need that bolster, then sit on the floor without it, but put it as your tail from there. So we got 2 different options. You're either sitting on it with some assistance, or you're sitting on the floor and it's behind you. The lower you can go, the better. You're going to feel it stretching the ankles. Feel it stretching the tops of the feet. Feel it stretching the knee, the inner thigh, and the groin. Now you're going to walk your hands back. Now from here, push your hips forward and up. And then rest down. Don't squeeze your butt, let it go. Should have softened it, should have made it a little easier for you. Now if you can go from here, you're going to go down to 1 elbow and then the other. Okay, that bolster's back there. It's almost supporting me. I can slide down with my elbows and lay onto that bolster. Now some of you are going to have stopped up here somewhere and you're going to be like, yep, that's it. I'm not going any further. And if this is your limit, stay here. If you've gotten down here, rest down. If you've made it all the way down, take one hand and then the other above your head and touch the ground. Let your elbows fall back. Feel that big stretch. You're in a back bend, but you're also compressed a bit through the legs. We're folded. So just feel it, relax. Push your hips slightly forward if you need, but don't strain. Soften down, let your butt hit the ground whenever you can. Don't strain to be here. One hand comes down and touches your heel. Then your other hand comes down and touches your heel. Press into your elbows. Walk your elbows in and lift your head. Lift up one and then the other. Woo, sit there a minute. Might be a little achy. It's okay. Take your time. You pretty much just have to throw yourself forward and drag your knees in a bit. So take a moment with that. Right? It's just, you just got to do it. Now we're going to take a moment and we're going to come onto our backs. I'm going to go to the side for this one. You guys will stay where you are. You're just going to move yourself around and get onto your butt. Feet out in front of you. You're going to bring it down through a fish posture. So let's do fish posture. I'm going to take one hand and you're going to see me put that hand. Let's do this one first so you can see better. Put that hand right up against your butt. Go down onto the palm, onto that elbow. Rock to the other side. That hand comes back under my cheek. And then I'm going to walk my butt higher up on my hands as I take the crown of my head to the ground. Not the back of my head, but the crown. Big back bend here. It's really pushing you up through your ribs. Now let your legs extend out. Feel the length through the body. Push down through your elbows and up through your heart. Don't point your toes. They're pointed, but don't force them. Just let them relax. Nice and easy. Lift the head. Take the back of the head down and then flatten down through your elbows. You're still laying on your hands right now. You're going to bend one knee and then the other. Tuck your tailbone, slide your hands out. Now just be here for a moment. Now some of you who know that you absolutely cannot do a full back bend or wheel posture today are going to do a supported bridge. So if you need, you're going to take a bolster underneath you. You're going to press it here and just rest. As we go into full wheel, you'll press up into your bridge and then you'll drop down as needed. So if you can stay up during the whole wheel posture when we're in it, you can stay with it. If you need to, drop down at any time. All right, so you have an option if you cannot do this next pose. Now, if you want to try a full wheel, you're going to bring your hands beside your ears. Hands go right beside ears, fingertips coming in towards shoulders. All right, so this is classic. You know it, what you think of a back bend from when you were a kid. You're going to walk your feet in close to your butt, and then you're going to push into your hands and push to the top of your head. Then you're going to try and push yourself right up. But it really is getting to that head first, and then pushing up from there. When you're coming down, go slow. If you've been in your bridge, take it down. If you've been in your wheel, begin taking it down. Breathe. Let's slow down. Let's take a minute. Find that bolster. Mine's down near my legs. I'm just going to use my feet to turn it, and then I'm going to stretch my knees right over. If you're able to do that, do so. Find that place where you are stretching out and opening up. Now from here, I want you to clench your toes, clench your hands, clench your belly, squeeze your cheeks. Everything you got, you tighten it down as hard as you can make it. Clench your jaw, clench your eyes. Take a breath in. Let it all go. So that's pretty good. But let's make it better. Extend fingers, toes. Stretch your legs out. Press your arms out and away from the body. Arc your back a little bit. Shoulders down, butt down, but the rest is pressing up and away. Extend in all directions. Big open eyes, big open even in your mouth. And then let go. Soft. Finding that space for yourself. Taking this moment for yourself. Slowing down. Finding gratitude. Finding compassion. Finding time for yourself. Knowing that we cannot give from an empty vessel. So in this moment, we're taking time to refill, restore, rebalance, and revive. Now slow down your breathing. As you do, bring your hands into your belly. Let your elbows rest onto the floor. Now on our inhale, we're thinking big Buddha or Santa Claus belly. Let your hands expand. Feel the belly rise. Feel the expansion of the balloon. And then as you exhale, drop it in. Inhale. Feel the fullness of your breath and then pause for just a second. Then begin your exhale. Pause. Now inhale. So really taking time to appreciate that full breath, feeling it expand and hold it. Feel your body circulating that air. Feel your body transferring that new fresh oxygen into your bloodstream. And then as you exhale, feel all the excess releasing. Letting go of what you've needed, letting go of what you've used, letting go of what no longer serves you. Remembering to let go of bad habits in the same way. If those habits aren't benefiting you, if they're not serving a greater purpose, if they're not helping you achieve a new goal, is it time to let that habit go? Feeling that movement of air. Just taking time to be grateful. Now taking a moment to move your fingers and toes. Just take a big stretch. Not a deep meditation tonight, but just time to restore. Let's take a moment to walk one knee in and then the other. Reset your back, hands down by hips, tuck, lengthen. Feel that new length in your spine. Bring your knees up to your chest and please do rock side to side if you will. Rolling all the way to one side, resting for a breath, and then pushing yourself up when you're ready. Take a moment to come around to a seated position. And hands will come into our heart. I thank you all for your presence tonight, and I really thank you for your willingness to practice. Always remembering that this is a yoga practice and never a yoga perfect. We will continue to practice and adapt and evolve and modify as needed for our bodies. Remember to stay open to new possibilities, open to new experience. And I thank you all for your presence tonight, your willingness to be playful and sticking with your practice. Again, thank you so much and namaste. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take your time. Always go easy. Take your time with it. All right.